Get laced up.
Let's go!
It's time for Banter with the boys.
Welcome back to Banter with the Boys. Gridiron updates. Rob is back. We're going to start going over the NFC.
Yes, I'm excited about the NFC.
NFC. This is NFC East.
This is the best part.
Episode. NFC East episode.
Yes,
yes.
Well,
this part isn't the best part. NFC North. That's the best. That's the best part.
Just talking football in general.
I know. I know. Especially after a long freaking day at work.
So we got to start with the champion division, I guess. That's where we're going, huh?
The champion. I mean, might as well rip it off. Don't forget Kev here behind the cameras, getting everything done for us.
He waved. If you didn't see that.
He did wave. But yes, let's start with our championship division with the New York Giants, not the champions.
Not the champions. Just slow it, messing me up.
I think
again.
we started with the Jets last time.
We did. I was so confused. The New York Football Giants.
The New York Giants added Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, drafted Jackson Dart. I'd imagine they named Russell Wilson as a starter officially.
I believe they did.
Okay.
Yep.
I'd imagine they would. I'm not expecting a ton out of Russell Wilson, but for me, again, he didn't play all that bad last year.
Yeah, he had
in Pittsburgh.
16 TDs, so and he didn't play the full season, so
correct. But then Justin Fields came in. I think he went like 4-2 or something.
Well, Fields started the season off with them.
Was that what it was? I thought Russell started.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we're getting off topic.
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Whatever. The Giants. Drafted Abdul Carter. Huge addition defensively. Had an outstanding career at Penn State. A lot of people comparing him to Micah Parsons, if not putting him above Micah. I've heard some people put him above Micah. I'm just the messenger, so don't shoot me. I'm not sure.
You don't want Twitter to get after you?
Not on that one.
Not on that one?
Not on that one, because I honestly don't know. We'll see. We'll see if his game translates to NFL. I expect it will. Absolutely. He's an absolute monster. To a defensive line that's actually already not that bad.
Yeah, they still got Burns.
That's
and
about it, though,
Simmons,
for me. But
Thibodeau still in there.
If you can say healthy.
Yeah, Simmons and Thibodeau both only played 12 games last year. So
wait, who are you talking about? Isaiah Simmons?
Yes,
he's gone.
Not I said the defense lineman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they fought 3-14 last year.
Did you mention Brian Burns too?
I did.
Burns. Okay.
Yeah.
Clearly, I'm not listening. I'm sorry.
8.5 sacks. Not the best year he's had, I think, since he's been in the NFL. They just had a bad offense last year overall. So I like Jackson Dart from Ole Miss in the first round. Tracy.
Does he get a start this year at some point, Jackson Dart?
Possibly. It depends. I mean, I have them starting off 0-4. They play Washington, Dallas, Well, yeah.
I think I do too. Washington, Dallas. Yeah, keep going. Kansas City and who?
LA Chargers.
Yeah. So the Chargers game is the only one for me that maybe they're able to escape with.
Yeah. So
again, as a Chargers fan, that hurts, but I don't know.
So if an 0-4 start, I could definitely see especially talking about Dabo being possibly on the hot seat already so far, but. I'm excited to see.
Okay,
go ahead.
It's funny you mentioned Dabo on the hot seat, right? Because originally I was kind of feeling like he could be one of the first coaches fired this year, and then I kind of backtracked on that. The more I thought about it, I was like, well, I feel like they'd want to see what he can do with Jackson Dart, even if like Russell Wilson starts the season. He drafted a quarterback in the first round. You kind of want to see how he can develop that quarterback. For me, even if they start off with an 0-4 start, again, that's a gauntlet to start the season.
It is.
That's tough.
Yeah.
So I'm totally also expecting an 0-4 start for them. So I don't think you could fire him based on that, but it wouldn't be looking good. You know what I mean? Like I honestly believe potentially, again, another guy that drafted quarterbacks, but that could be in the hot seat, I guess, would be Kevin Stefanski, and I think he could get fired before Dable even, which is weird. I wouldn't have said that like 2 weeks ago, but just the more I've actually thought about Dable specifically recently, and I don't know. Someone's just telling me they want to see what he can do. I don't know for how long.
Would you say then maybe the general manager would be the first one to go, especially after the whole Barkley scenario?
That would be
after last year being on Amazon Prime.
That would be interesting.
Kind of, especially when the owner, Woody, came in, he's like, he's our best player, most jersey sales, so, and then when the Eagles picked him up, it was nice. So, but I'm excited for year two of Neighbors. He had 109, 1,200 7 tutties. I mean, that's an excellent rookie season. O-line's kind of the same as last year, pretty much.
Represent John Michael Schmitz Jr. Sorry.
So
Gophers.
there it is. Schema. Roll the boat.
Schema. Roll the boat.
So, yeah, and then defensively, I mean, they were good at sacks, but they gave up a little over 24 points, which is towards the bottom of the league. Javon Holland from Miami has been a nice pickup.
Yeah, they paid him a lot. That's just paying a vet a lot of money, but it's...
But
it's
you wanted
fine.
him with the Vikings, so...
I did, and I would have been happy with the Vikings doing the same thing, but... Excuse me, I'm sorry. But when you have money, lock up a veteran, and that's what they did. So I don't hate it. I did want him with the Vikes, but it's whatever. Also, Tyler Newman represent.
Yeah, I just saw that right there. Yeah, they got a young secondary, so they didn't, step up this year. If that pass rush can get cooking, maybe you might see. I got them at 5-12.
Oh yeah, we didn't even do our predictions. That's what she just started with. I have them at 4-13, so not too far off from you. Are they the worst team in the league for me? Nope, there's one worse actually for me.
We'll talk about them later tonight
for sure. So we gotta move on though. That's just a real quick look at the New York Giants. Parting New York Giants thought: does anybody trade for Jameis Winston as a backup at some point, or if they really get needy?
Yeah, I'm surprised with Dart there that he hasn't gone somewhere else.
At the moment, Dart's second on the depth chart. So
yeah, or maybe nobody wants him.
Maybe, or maybe he's cool chilling. I don't know. Yeah. I like James Winston. He's
your
character.
boy. I know you do.
I know. I love it. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Who do we got here? Let's move on to. All right, let's just rip the Band-Aid off. Let's rip the Band-Aid off on the defending champs.
There they are.
A lot of people, well, I guess not even a lot. I've seen kind of mixed, right? But I have seen some people say that the New York Giants, wow. We just talked about the New York Giants. I'm sorry. That the Philadelphia Eagles will regress slightly. I don't know. It's just hard for me to count. It's just hard for me to count them out right now.
Oh, for sure. I think, they lost a couple, people overall. I have them finishing at 11-6. I got losses: KC, Buck, Lions, Chargers, Washington, Bills. So,
you said 11-6.
Yeah,
yeah. I got them at 12-5.
I might play the NFC North this year too. So I'm in between the Lions, Vikings. Could all give them a little bit of a run right there. So, but Barkley, coming off a 2K season,
they did really lose a lot of vets though this offseason.
Oh yeah, on the outside they lost Sweat, they lost Milton Williams. On the defensive side, they lost a few, but they did get Campbell, a first rounder from Alabama, kind of in. They did sign up Zach Braun to a big deal. Deans was another nice linebacker, and that whole secondary is just full between Mitchell. I
love that defense in general.
Blankenship's gone, but then their second round they picked up a safety, so. Yeah, Slay is still
They're just so loaded on that former SEC defensive talent. It's just insane to me.
Yeah, then you start up to the front line. What is it? Jordan Davis. Who's the other defensive line?
Half their defense is from Georgia.
Yep. So, they didn't blitz very much, so that was nice. That was a benefit. When you can just rush 4 and get at the quarterback, it makes playing defense so much easier. Offensive side, I think all they really are needed is try to find a third receiver between Smith and Brown, and then Goddard. They're pretty much good. Their O-line's stacked. I think they were third PFF last year overall. So, and Jalen just keeps surprising me. Over 100 rating. He only had 18 touchdowns, but it's 5 interceptions. And then they had a little over 600 on the ground with 14 tutties.
Why does Jalen get so much hate? Why do people just not like him?
It's just not that prototypical quarterback that But he's run the ball.
He's not flashy, but he always gets the job done.
But yeah, they led the league in rush attempts last year and last in pass attempts. So
speaking of rushing, obviously Saquon, right? Can he really go for that many yards again? 2,000 yards in a regular season. How likely is it for him to repeat that feat? That just seems outstanding. That's outstanding for where the game is at now. So like I don't see him
Hey,
repeating.
running backs are back.
I know. No, I agree, and we've seen it. It does feel that way,
Yep.
but I just don't. I don't see him getting over 2,000 yards again. I think it's going to be more like that 1,600 range, and so I don't know. He's going to be dominant no matter what. It's him and Derrick Henry are the best running backs in the league, but I don't know.
I mean,
How do you top that? You know what I mean? There's going to be some regression.
And I think there's been 7 different running backs that had over 2K, and you go through them. Over half of them had over 1,000, but they were like 1,400 maybe maybe it's Barry that had that.
Okay.
But typically, 2K it's a pretty. I mean, that's like hitting 50 home runs.
And who's Barkley Spill? I'm not wishing anything on
Is it
on
Gilman
Saquon.
still or no?
It's Will Shipley now.
Shipley.
It was Gainwell,
Gainwell.
but he's gone. He has moved on.
He's moved on. So yeah, I got him.
As should
What'd
we,
you have
because
him
it's
at?
the Eagles. Let's see. I had him at 12-5.
12-5.
Let's see. Does that put them in the 1 seed for me?
Probably. I can't imagine.
Tied for the 1 seed in the NFC with 2 other teams actually, so
Okay.
that would be interesting. Whereas the AFC, I think 3 teams over 12 wins.
Yeah, do you have the Ravens, Bills,
What would the third
Chiefs.
one be? No, I think
or did you go?
I can't remember. Anyway,
Either way.
we're getting off topic.
Yeah.
We're getting off topic. All right, so let's wrap it on the Eagles here. Okay, parting thought on the Eagles. Chances of them repeating as Super Bowl champions this year.
I mean, 25%, I would say, at least. I mean, it's tough to repeat, definitely. There hasn't been a repeat since, 04? Who was the last one? Patriots?
Oh, good question.
I believe it's...
That would have been a great thing for me to realize.
Yeah, so... But this is the gauntlet of
the Chiefs had to win 2 in a row, didn't they?
they?
Yeah, because they were going... Yes, because they were going for a three-peat.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Duh.
Rookies.
All those three-peat
Rookies.
T-shirts that are out there, Yeah, couple idiots. But, okay, so the Eagles, yes. Where was I going with that? Oh, I don't see why not, right, for them to repeat as long as everybody stays healthy. And, again, that could be a factor for it.
That could, Like 2 years ago, they started out the season really well, and then they just kind of collapsed towards the end. So, I mean, do you think there's a possibility of them not making the playoffs this year?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely
So
not.
it's
They
guaranteed.
will be in the playoffs and have a real good opportunity at that first round bye, I would imagine.
I could see it.
I would imagine. So, all right, let's just move on to the Commanders. They're kind of a fun team, I guess.
Yeah, they're the trending team right now, I would say.
Trending, yeah.
as
I think trending is
contender.
a good way to put it.
A trending contender, that's what we're going to call it.
Trending contender.
Yeah, so coming off a
What was-
12-5 season.
12-5 record
Yep.
last year? Okay. Interesting.
So, I mean, Jay Daniels, money, 25 tutties, 9 interceptions. I mean, he had a great rate. He almost had 900 yards rushing, too. I mean, that's an epic rookie season. So, just to see whether they can do it again. McLaren, they picked up Debo from San Francisco, still got Ertz. They did lose Brian Robinson. So the running game is is Austin Eckler going to fill that void enough? O-line, they took a lot of sacks last year, but they did sign Larry Tunzel, and they drafted...
That was a good move for them.
in the first round, that Oregon right tackle. Oregon.
Yeah, Josh Connerly Jr.
Connerly, yes.
I hope I said that right, Connerly.
I think he did. So, I mean, for me, it was last year a flash in the pan, like...
For 100%.
12-5. I was kind of looking at their schedule of last year, and they finished out with 5 wins, and then they just got rolling. They played really well in the playoffs. They beat not the Rams first, Tampa, and then they beat Detroit on a very banged up Detroit team.
For sure, but that was still pretty wild.
Yeah, it was a pretty competitive game, and then they end up losing to the Eagles. So I actually have them finish 9-8 this year.
9-8.
That's where I'm at with them right now.
That's interesting because
their schedule is very difficult.
I also have them at 9-8.
Really?
And again, we did not talk before
Horrible
this
mind.
at all. So
Yeah.
no, I also have them at 9-8. I do kind of see it as like a flash in the pan, as you say as well. Losing Jeremy Chin too. I don't know. St. Juice is gone. Schema.
Yeah, they lost Fowler. They lost
Jonathan
Kinlaw,
Allen, obviously.
Yeah, they lost a bunch on the thing, and they were not very good against the run last year too. So they still got some pretty good guys on the backside. Lattimore, but he's played less than 11 games the last 3 years. So
They did re-sign Scary Terry.
they did.
So they made that happen. They brought in Debo Samuel.
Yeah.
Behind that, right now they have Noah Brown listed. Not feeling awesome about that. Luke McCaffrey, pretty unproven yet. Don't feel good about that. Like you said, bringing in Larry Tunsil, I mean, that guy had to have done that.
Yeah, but I got to give a big shout out Bobby Wagner. 13 years now.
I love Bobby Wagner.
And he's had over 100 tackles all 13 years. So
he's a beast.
that's pretty epic on that aspect. So, yeah, they lost a lot in the front seven. The backside's decently okay. Their linebacker works really well. But yeah, difficult schedule. 9-8 is where I got them.
Yeah, they're a team looking at them. I mean, they seriously need to stay healthy defensively.
Well, for sure they do.
I mean, again, and we say it for every team, right? Like any NFL team, but that defense doesn't necessarily scare me right now.
Yeah.
Hence why I think I think they'll still be competitive. It'll be those competitive L's that we talked about all last year.
And a tough conference with a tough schedule. They run the ball a lot. So the one thing I would be nervous is, when you start getting success, you want to start passing the ball more, and you kind of get away from what got you there in the first place. I mean, they were 5th in the NFL in rushing and 25th in passing. So if they keep those numbers near there, I could see them doing a little better than 9-8. But when you have a rookie stud quarterback, it's hard to not give him the ball.
And can Eckler stay healthy enough to get that done? Yeah. To be honest, because where did Brian Robinson get traded to? Did you say
49ers?
49ers. Okay. Yeah. No, you're right. Yep. So, Kev, where are we at on these guys? Okay. So, we said where they're going to finish. Is that good enough for a wild card? Yeah, it looks like they could be in a running for the wild card, at least in my standing. So,
yeah, I mean, they'll be right on the edge in my thought process too. But,
and now, Jane Daniels has playoff experience, playoff win experience.
Well, I mean, even last year, just like there was nothing too big for him. Like he just looked so cool and calm as a rookie,
For sure.
So
100%.
And he's got to stay healthy because he runs the ball a lot too. So, he's
like
kind of got that Lamar. He always kind of avoids the big hit. So he's kind of got that going for him. So I wish the best luck for him, but yeah, it's going to be a different mountain to climb this year.
Will he regress at least a little bit in his second year, like C.J. Stroud did, arguably, slightly?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking about Stroud as the example, but that's the same scenario for the Texans. Nico Collins going out right away.
For sure.
Dell,
Sure.
And then Mixon. Speaking of Mixon, I just saw that he might be out for the year.
Yeah. Nah, just a real quick part of thought. Yeah. That's all that was. But anyway, we got to keep moving. We got to talk about the Cowboys. The Cowboys. Do you have what was their record last year?
7-10.
7-10, that's right. Dak Prescott list for a good portion.
Over half. He played 8 games, yep. And it's his 10th year.
Dak Prescott?
Yep.
Oh, wow, yeah. Zach Martin retired this offseason for them. Long time guard. Definitely hurts. DeMarcus Lawrence is gone. So losing a couple pieces there.
They did pick up that Tyler Booker from Alabama to kind of fill in for.
I feel like was he the first offensive lineman off the board?
Yeah, he was my favorite out of the guards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. What did you like about him?
Just he's a
big
beast.
physical.
He's just a dog,
Sure. Fair enough. Alabama guard can't go wrong. You would think.
So, but yeah, they got CeeDee Lamb back. He had a great year.
Brought in George Pickens. Kind of like that move, honestly.
Yeah. And then Ferguson's coming into his 4th year. My biggest question mark: who's gonna run the ball there? Running game, and then
I don't hate Javonte Williams. I don't trust Miles Sanders, but Javonte Williams should be their starting.
Why do you like Williams so much like that?
I don't know. I didn't hate what he was doing in Denver either.
What do you do in Denver? 3.3.
He just seemed. Shut up. He just seemed agile. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like he just needed new energy. Somebody else to believe in him. So we'll see. Now, Dallas, I don't think that's the place you go to do that, but I am curious to see. I mean, Don't you think he'll be running behind a better O-line in Dallas than he would now? Again, losing Zach Martin, and you got a couple guys banged up right now, but.
Yeah, I mean, last year might be a bad example when Dak went out. I mean, they just loaded the box and said, all right, good luck. Was it White? Was that backup quarterback last year? Who filled in for him? I believe it was White.
The guy that's beaten the Vikings before?
Yep, that guy.
Yeah, that sucked. yeah.
So, I mean, it's tough to, run the ball when you load the box, too. And, and injury prone. Is Parsons going to get a contract? Because right now
Micah Parsons isn't going anywhere.
Well, I know, but he's still holding out right now. So
yeah, I mean, if he doesn't want to play this season, I guess don't they have to pay fines if they sit out of games or something? They have to pay. They don't get paid and they have to pay a fine, or what is that?
Yeah, something like that.
Some goofy, but. I mean, I don't think he's going anywhere. I think we're going right towards the situation that Dak Prescott was in, and he's going to end up getting franchise tagged until you can't anymore, and then hopefully have a deal in place by then. I don't know.
Yeah.
Obviously under contract to play this year, but looking for that extension. And
that's going to be big money, too. Especially
he says it's more than just the money.
That's what they all say.
Right, I know.
But he's got the leverage right now, just kind of like Scary Terry. He had the leverage coming off a 12-5 season, and they're like, well, our team is completely different without you. So, I mean, it was a good call to leverage.
Got to have him.
You had to have him.
Debo to it, so might as well, so, yeah.
You think Debo's got anything left in him?
We can't talk about the Commanders anymore. Right. We got to talk about the Cowboys as much as you love them.
As I call them, 9-8.
Oh, you have them going 9-8.
Who are the Cowboys?
Yep.
No, 7-10.
You have the Cowboys going 7-10 this season.
Yeah, I just think it's gonna be difficult for them. I feel like the last few years of the Cowboys, with no running game, and they put it all on Dak, and it just doesn't seem like.
Yeah,
he just gets beat up.
Well, you know what? I don't care. I know I sound like an idiot, but the running game's going to change. There's going to be Javonte Williams.
Ooh, there he is.
Dak Prescott's going to stay healthy for the Cowboys, and they're going to finish 10-7 above the Washington Commanders.
Okay. So that's a playoff spot for sure, is what you're saying.
For sure.
America's team's back.
Yeah, they're back in the playoffs. You're welcome, Jerry.
There we go.
Sorry, Jerry. If you want to donate, that's fine. Brevin Span Ford too. Represent. Ski-U-Ma. Row the boat.
Gopher's thick.
Dude, actually, they made a post the other day, and there's a lot more Gophers than I remembered still being in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I forget about Eric Murray sometimes, somehow, you know what I mean? Anyway, 10-7. You got them at 7-10. We'll see. We'll see if they can stay healthy and get it done. So we have, who did we have? The Eagles winning the division.
Correct.
At 12-5 for me. And who you said 11-6 for the Eagles?
Yep, 11-6 on the Eagles.
But still winning the division for you.
Still winning the division.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you have it. Eagles fans still winning the division for 2025, looking to repeat as Super Bowl champions. Where's the Super Bowl this year?
That's a great
Do
question.
you remember? I can't remember.
Probably New Orleans.
Great fans we are. Anyway, with that, thanks, Kev, for getting everything done for us behind the scenes. Rob, of course, for being here, our co-host on Gridiron Updates. This has been the NFC East. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe wherever you listen to the banner, whether that's YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio. And we will see you. We're going to have a couple more coming at you.
We're burning through
right away. So we're going to get the rest of the NFC out as soon as this episode's done. So
till the next one.
Get right back at it. Till the next one. There it is. Boom. Peace.
Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe. Tune in next time for more Banter with the Boys.